Okay, number 11a, 2x squared larger than or equals to x plus 1. So make it into general form, 2x squared minus x minus 1 larger or equals to 0. So using the graph method, draw the graph, and here is the axis. Okay, find the roots of the quadratic equations. Okay, alright, so the value of a is 2, value of b is -1, and the value of c is -1. So the first one is 1, second one is -0, -1/2. So here is -1/2, here is 1. Okay, so since it's larger than 0 means on top. Okay, if you don't understand why larger on top, let's try one value. We try out. Okay, -1/2 and 1 here. So 0 will be somewhere here. Okay, less than 0. So if we replace x as 0, replace 2 times 0 squared minus 0, you get -1. So -1, is it larger than 0? No. Okay, and then we can try 2. Replace 2, you get 2 times 2 squared will be 8, minus 2 will be 6, minus 1 will be 5. Is 5 larger than 0? Yes. Okay, so whenever the value of a is positive, the shape will be this U shape, and larger, it will always be outside. Okay, larger than 0. So we have to say the answer is x less than -1/2. So since it's larger or equals to, so less or equals to, and x is larger than 1. So 1 is smaller than, 1 is larger than. Okay, so that's the final answer for 11a. Then 11b, that is x minus 3 squared less than or equals to 5 minus x. Okay, expand this bracket. So we have x minus 3 less than or equals to 5 minus x. So we expand the bracket. So we have x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. And then I'll just bring this all to the other side, become plus x minus 5 less or equals to 0. We can simplify that. Okay, simplify x squared minus 3 plus 1, -3. -3 will be -6, plus 1 will be -5. Then 9 minus 5 will be +4. So this is less than, using graphical method. Okay, we have to find the roots of the equation. So a will be 1, b is -5, and c is 4. So the roots are 4 and 1. So the smaller value will be here, 1, the other value will be here. And then since this is smaller, so this is x, so all this value is where 0. Okay, so on top, if larger than, will be outside here, if smaller than, will be inside, below here. Okay, so if not sure, I'll do one experiment for you. Okay, the easiest value is 0. Okay, 0 will be here. Okay, how do I know 0 here? So because 1 and 4, so 0 will be on the left of 1. Okay, at the same time we can try also, for example, 3. Okay, right, let's see what is the value. So if we replace x as 0, you get 4. Is 4 less than 0? No. Then replace x as 3. 3 squared minus 5 times 3, 9 minus 15. Then you get negative 6. Negative 6 plus 4, you get negative 2. Negative 2, is it less than 0? Yes. So here, less we say inside here. So between these two values. So the answer for this question will be x is between or equals to 1 and 4. Okay, 11c, 1 minus x squared plus 2x less than 17. So 1 minus x, 1 minus x plus 2x less than 17, sorry, minus 17 less than 0. So we expand the bracket. 1 minus x plus x squared plus 2x minus 17 less than 0. So we have x squared minus x plus 2x will be 0. Then 1 minus 17 will be negative 16 less than 0. Then using calculator, A is 1, B in this case is 0, C is negative 16, you get 4 and negative 4. So negative 4 here and 4 will be here. Less, because it's x-axis, less will be below this one, so it will be here, right? So it is between, x is between negative 4 and 4. Okay, just in order, let's say you confused about this concept, we have 0 here. What happened if we replace 0 here? So you have 0 squared minus 16. Is it less than 0? Yes, because negative 16 is less than 0. Okay, so it proves that the value in the middle here will fulfill the requirement of this inequality. So what happened, how sure that it is inside, not outside? So for example, we replace a value of 5. So what happened if we replace 5? 5 squared will be 25. 25 minus 16 will be 9. Is 9 less than 0? No. So you have 9? No. So negative 16, yes. Okay, because we want to have value less than 0. So the answer for 11C will be x is between negative 4 and 4. Okay. Number 12. A, x squared plus mx less than n. So we can make it into general form, mx minus n less than 0. So how do we factorize this? Okay, to me it's impossible, but then it fulfills the requirement x is between negative 3 and 4. So in other words, if we were to draw graphing, negative 3 here and 4 is here. So it means that these two values are roots of a quadratic inequalities. So we have to create equation using the formula x squared minus SORX plus POR less than 0. So x squared minus Negative 3 plus 4 will be 1. 1 x POR will be negative 3 times 4, negative 12, less than 0. Okay, so simplify x squared minus x minus 12 less than 0. Then I will rewrite the values on the top given to us, or that we did just now. X squared plus mx minus n less than 0. We can compare these two. Okay, x squared with x squared. So this is negative 1x. Negative 1x. So here is mx. Therefore, m is negative 1. Here is negative n. Here is negative 12. N equals 12. Okay, done. Continue with 12b. 2x squared plus m larger than nx. Recreate 2 and x. We have to recreate to general form plus m larger than 0. Okay. Satisfy x less than negative 2 or x equals larger than 5. It means here, if you were to draw here, it will be, the roots will be negative 2 or 5. We create equation based on this, that is x squared minus SOR x plus POR equals 0. So x squared minus SOR will be negative 2 plus 5 will be 3. X POR will be negative 2 times 5, negative 10 equals 0. So it become x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0. So just compare this to here. Okay, I will rewrite. So we have x squared minus 3x minus 10. Okay, but because this is actually outside here, you say, so here is will be larger than 0. Okay, so larger than 0. So is it comparable now? No, because this is x squared, this is 2x squared. So what we do, we multiply this with 2. So we say 2x squared minus 6x minus 20 larger than 0. So we compare this equation to this equation, 2x squared with 2x squared, and then negative 6 equals negative n. So n equals 6, and then m equals negative 20. Done. Number 13. Given y equals 2x squared plus bx plus 12, y less than 0, if x is between 2 and a, find the value of a and b. Okay, we have here y equals 2x squared plus bx plus 12, y less than 0. So we have to combine this. Okay, where the place of y here, you replace here. So you have, okay, this is number 13. Replace this value x, where y here. So we have 2x squared plus bx plus 12 less than 0. Okay, and it satisfies the equalities 2 and a. So we have to do this a little bit different from previous question. We have to take sum of root and product of root. Okay, so sum of root, okay, anyway, what you have to understand, the root is 2 and A here. Okay, so what we have here is sum of root from the equation is negative b over a, so negative b over 2. Product of root from the inequality will be c over a, 12 over 2 equals to 6. Okay, and then we can find sum of root, that is 2 plus a. Product of root will be 2 times a, 2a. Okay, so we compare sum of root with sum of root, but I'm not going to do that first because I see here one algebra b and here is another algebra a. But then when we compare POR, I have here POR from the equation is 6 and POR from the roots is 2a. So I just compare the POR. I say 2a equals 6. So a will be 6 over 2. So I get 3. Now I compare the SOR. Negative b over 2 equals 2 plus a. And then we actually already know the value of a is 3. So negative b over 2 equals to 2 plus 3. So 2 plus 3 will be 5. So negative b over 2 equals 5. So negative b equals 5 times 2. Negative b is 10. So b equals negative 10. Okay, b is negative 10. A is 3. I rewrite a equals 3. B equals negative 10. That's it for question number 13.